Hi again, Division Chairs. This is Tracy Stuckey Michael with another video on All Academic, and this one follows the video about how to review the pop-up review summary and hit accept to accept the proposals so that they're ready to be placed into a session. Now, before you do this in the system, what I strongly suggest is that you have already reviewed all of the proposals that you've accepted. You have looked at the abstracts, and you have a good idea of which proposals go together, and you've decided that, and you have created a descriptive title, one that's, when you create titles, you want to try to make sure that you create titles that will draw your audience to your session. So you've created a title, you've grouped the proposals in roughly about three, no more than four, no less than two sessions. And this is for paper. These are for individual submissions, for paper sessions. And these sessions usually run about an hour and 15 minutes per session. So 3 is always a good number to put in there, and then you have some time for the discussing at the end. So remember, when you group the sessions, before you go putting them in the system and using the process that I'm about to show you, you want to make sure that you have already decided on the groupings. You kind of know what the titles will be for each session and so forth. Okay, so once you have that all sketched out, then you can start going and inputting that information into the system and assigning the papers to the different sessions. So once you've done that process of accepting everything, then you can go, you want to make sure that you have all of them accepted. So you should have nothing in the complete, nothing in the pending list. So when you click pending and complete, you should see nothing there. And when you go to accept it, these are all the papers that have been accepted by you. You've gone through, you've clicked the accept button, and you're ready to go. Okay, so you want to go up to where it says create a session. Okay. And this type of session that you are trying to create is going to be a paper session, because remember, this video is about making paper sessions for individual submissions, individual paper presentations, the traditional paper presentations that come in a session grouped in 3 or 4 papers per session. Okay, so you want to click paper session. And the next thing you want to do is you want to create a submission, or create a session title that is interesting and it's going to appear in the program. Make it not too short, not too long, but not too vague. Try to make it vague enough to capture the topic of the papers that are in it, but not so vague that people don't know what the session is about. So for me, I'm going to just make up a fake one because I am doing a test demo here for you. So I'm just going to say the history of technology for learning. Okay, assuming that I have papers that are about technology and instruction and so forth. And now this piece here, this is an abstract that is asking about the session itself, not the papers in the session, but the whole session. So you can put, when you put abstracts in, you can make those kind of, general. So I'll just say this session has a focus on learning technologies historically used in K-12 classrooms. I'm just going to say something like that. Okay, and then estimated attendance. This helps me know how many people, how big of a room I should look at when I go to schedule these into the rooms. This helps me. So if you know it's a smaller session, you want to estimate about how many people you think. Usually paper sessions don't have more than 25 people. Now, if you have like a workshop that's like, some big, special session with like a bunch of people, a panel discussion or something, you may need a bigger room. But usually 25 is pretty good for most cases. If there are any special requests, like for example, maybe you have someone who has a paper that has been, that they let you know that they have been accepted in another, that they've submitted to another division, or there's a need of some sort for a special day to be scheduled, and or those types of things, you can put that in this box right here. I'm just going to say not applicable, and then you hit accept and continue. Okay, so now here is where you have basically you have made it to the stage where you can add the papers and add the chair and discussant. So what you want to do is you want to first, and it shows you here what, now I just created this session, so that's why it's calling me the session organizer. Okay, you cannot remove yourself as the session organizer until you put more people in the session as participants. So I am going to first start by putting the papers that I want in there. So view accepted papers, and it will show you all the accepted submissions. And so then I can click this, and I can click all the ones you want, and you just click add. Okay, and then it adds that paper. Okay, it adds that. Now that paper has been added to this session. Okay, and so then once you can do that all at once, because I only have one in my demo, but you'll have a list, so you can select and then the little boxes and then click add. Okay, and then you can, if you have like would be an invited paper, which is not applicable to what you're doing, because you're doing accepted and reviewed papers to your paper session. Okay, and then your volunteer participants, you want to add a chair. Okay, so you want to have already decided that this person is going to be the chair, and you want to add the chair. Okay, and then once you've done that, you want to go to your discussant. So then you click the person who you want to be the discussant. Okay, I'm just going to click this person. Okay, and so now you have your chair, you have your discussant. This is the paper that's in the session. Okay, and if you have other types of other participants that you want in there, you can add those, but usually we don't need to do any of that. It's just chair, discussant, and that's it. And then you can and then you're done. You're all done with that. So you can just click on accept and continue. And now you have a session that has been created, and you can review that to check to make sure that it's good. You don't have to worry about uploading a proposal, because remember, you've added papers to this. So you don't have to worry about that. Just click accept and continue. And now you're done. Okay. So what'll end up happening is when you click on accepted in session, after you're done, you'll see that your proposals that you have accepted and and created a session for those, you will see that status accepted in session will be there. Okay, and that is it for that. That's all you have to do, and those are all going to be a paper session, and that's it. That's what you have to do, and then I will go back and schedule those and put all the final finishing touches on when I create the schedule, the program. And that is it. So I hope that was clear. I hope that was helpful. If you have trouble, let me know. And I am going to sign off now. Thanks for watching.